Hello everyone, Allie here, and welcome to the Gold Mine. Thank you so much for joining me here on another episode at Allie's Treasure Trove. Today, as you guys can tell, we do have a new episode of ALLYCHAT, and I'm going to be trying out the Colourpop High Tide palettes. Now, I got this one just because I love these shades here, the kind of ocean look here. I mean, it's named High Tide, it makes sense. Got some like sea colors, green, blue, silver. So I'm excited to try it out. I think that'll match what I'm wearing here today. And upcoming cool ALLYCHAT news, we do have another Colourpop, hopefully, try on. Next one, I don't know how long it's going to take for it to get here, but I did order that brand new Winnie the Pooh inspired collection. By the time I was able to order it, the Honey Pot lip scrub was sold out, but everything else was available. So I got the highlighter stuff, the lip gloss trios, and then the palette. So I'm excited for that. I love Winnie the Pooh. Tag yourself in the comments. I'm Piglet. Anxiety Incarnates. Piglet always has been my favorite, and then I just grew up to be Piglet. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. But I'm excited for that to come in. It looks super cute. I've been seeing it on Instagram. It went up yesterday. Too bad I was too slow to order like the full collection special box thing, but I got everything that I'd realistically use separately, so should be fine. Also, I'm not sure if I have enough clean brushes. I do actually also have this Morphe set of brushes I found at TJ Maxx. One of my more recent TJ Maxx finds, this whole set here was $11, so that's sick. Compare it $14. So I'm assuming $14 is supposed to be retail, but it does have different brushes, so I might try these out today. If I have brushes I'm more familiar with, I'll probably use those. So I forgot to take this home to get it cleaned. So actually, I bought 2 of these over the holidays, if you guys remember my holiday Sephora videos. So I got 2 of these, so I don't have the 3 that I have at work clean, so I brought it from home. And it was easier this morning. I was like, wait, I didn't bring my brushes to clean. So then I was like, oh, well, I'll just use those, and if I need more brushes, I have them here. But I'm excited, ready to try this out. I'm a little bit nervous just because when I tend to do brighter colors, it tends to be a mess, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes I just got to go into it with no nerves, and then it works out. Sometimes I try too hard, and it just... everything. I've also been trying to wear... this matches. I don't know if I'll keep it. I think I'll probably keep it on. But I've been trying to wear stuff, like on my headbands and whatnot. I actually got, like, a bag full of hair accessories at Target the other day. Just because I've noticed it's been stressing me out. I don't know if it's just from... I've been extra stressed recently, or it could just be that I've been pulling my ponytails too tight. I'm actually losing hair right here. So I'm receding my own hairline, especially on this side. I think this side looks worse than this side. So I'm trying to not do ponytails as much, but I like having it out of my face. So I found some headbands that I like. I feel like they're sliding a bit too much. I don't know if that's because I have the undercut. The headbands are supposed to have more hair there. I don't know, but I feel like it's sliding. Also, going like this doesn't help it from not moving, so I'll have to reset that. I should do that now. I'll do it now, just that way I don't have to dodge as much of my face to do it. I could just put it on like a normal person, not have to dodge a bunch of makeup. But look at that, we've wasted 3 minutes. Cool, but... I don't know. I'll have to ask the next time I get my haircut, ask my hairdresser, be like, yo, what's going on over here? I noticed that about a week ago, and I've been very, very self-conscious about it. I was like, what is going on with my hairline? I'm too young for this. Anyways, I know. The planet doesn't care. And Allie's only 24 and is losing over here. Whatever. It is what it is, but let's go ahead. This is not what I wanted to start off with. I just wasted face primer. See, ALLYCHATs are fun in theory, and yet I just make mistakes like this. I don't want to waste this. I'll put it on. Probably have to clean most of it off afterwards, but we'll see. We'll see. Woo! We're off to a great start! Yay! Alright. So hopefully this palette doesn't yield a ton of fallout, because then I'll just have to clean my face again. Alright, so we're off to a great start. Great start, everybody. This is the real behind the scenes that you guys miss out on every day. There's always something. There's always something. But alright, so we do have High Tide. So let me put on my eyeshadow primer. That is what I meant to grab in the first place. Alright, so we're going to try out this palette. So I've had pretty good experience with Colourpop before. I've used it a handful of times. My Disney Princess collection that I got at Ulta on clearance for like $1 a piece. That's Colourpop brand as well. Colourpop also has done something that I've used recently. I don't know what it was. But I've tried out Morphe. Morphe's more of an affordable brand. I've actually been impressed with the palettes I've used from them. The Juvia's Place, another more affordable brand. I'm really impressed with those. That minty palettes, and then the orange that I used for some pretty nice eyeshadow, then used to cover myself for Gritty Chat, if you guys remember that. It's pretty happy with that, so hopefully this Colourpop yields. I mean, I love the color assortment on it, so hopefully everything works out well. So let me look. You look clean. Alright. So I don't think I'll have to try my newer brushes. It's always good to have them back up, just in case. Yeah, I'll use these. I'll use these. It should be good. Alright, so part of me wants to go Currents into New Wave. Currents on the inside, New Wave on the outside, and then just stack on Must See on top. Oh, what it was the Baby Yoda palette. That's what it was. Yeah, I like the Baby Yoda palette. Love the greens in there. And there was a Mando palette, too, that was kind of browns, and I was like, I have a lot of browns. So I had passed on that one, but Winnie the Pooh stuff, I need it. So I'm excited for that 100 Acre Woods Winnie the Pooh theme. Hopefully that'll be here for the next time I record an ALLYCHAT. Could try that out. But no guarantees. I guess that would be the first time I use it. Depends on what I'm wearing and when it arrives, if I use it. So let's see. So Currents, and then New Wave, and then Must See. I like the names. Fun names. So I don't know that. Oh, that's just kind of went everywhere. All right. So that doesn't have a mirror. That is the only thing. I remember before I was like, why makeup? They can just get rid of the mirrors. You know, cut the price down, not have mirrors. And I'm finding it incredibly annoying every time I use a palette that doesn't have a mirror. Who'd have thought? Would have thought. But, I mean, I do have other palettes with mirrors, so I mean, it's not like a big deal, but I'm always like, oh, I feel like I don't have enough space to have everything out. But make do, make do. But anyways, how's everybody doing this week? This week was lighter for me, but still, I have been so tired. I still feel like I'm playing catch up from like 2 weeks ago with just everything. Thankfully, this week hasn't been as bad. Did take a while for me to get all the mail done this week, but not as bad as the week prior with all that Masterwork and Goodwin Champions. Still been very busy though, still selling a lot of Masterwork, still selling actually a decent amount of Goodwin Champions cards. Also having to get ready for Streets of New Capenna, having a lot of pre-sales for that, keeping up with that, and then also been repricing TCG Player. I like to go through every few months, ideally like every quarterly, but I end up doing it about every half year or so. Just repricing, because of course single prices adjust, and then some stuff for some reason, people order it, and then if their credit card doesn't go through, it gets declined. It doesn't get auto added back to inventory. You have to just like catch it and put it back in. So sometimes stuff just drops off a TCG Player. So refreshing the inventory. It's been spurring a lot of sales, of course. But also, Bossman wants to move that off my hands. I mean, I'll still do all the non-magic, but to have someone in store full-time doing the magic inventory, which would help, because I like doing the TCG Player orders. I like packing up. I like just being in the know of what's going on, what's popular. That helps me keep up with what people are playing, deck-wise, and just more popular singles, especially upon new releases. But it leaves little time for me to like list a lot of new stuff like on eBay and whatnot, so then I fall behind. So that should definitely help me time-wise and just lessen the load a bit. I don't even feel like I need sparkle. This actually, there's a lot of fallout, so I'm gonna have to definitely clean up and then put on more primer, but I think that looks really cute. I actually really like these colors. Very, very cute. Part of me is like, Allie, add sparkle, and I'm like, I don't think I need it. I mean, I love sparkle. You guys always see me throwing off sparkle. I think that looks cute. cute. I think that looks cute. So we're going to clean up. It's pretty contained to the under eye area, so I'll probably do, I guess, one more pump of primer for like my cheek area on both sides of my face, and then it'll be good. So I didn't waste too much. But that was definitely annoying. The other day I'd put on my eyeshadow primer, and then I looked at the text message, and then I was like, oh, I'm finished with my eyes, and then I started doing my face, and I was like, wait, I haven't done my eyeshadow yet. Just because I make such a mess. I know most people do, at least from what I've seen. I don't know if that's like real or not, but like from what I've seen on YouTube, I haven't been able to watch a lot of MUA content in a good amount of time. So maybe things have changed, but when I was watching a lot of makeup videos, it was always like people do their face first and then their eyes. And I'm like, how do y'all do that? I don't get it. Am I the only one that makes like a giant mess? Like, I have to do my eyes first. I just have to. So. Also, I'm not sure if you guys can tell if I like sound a little bit different. I did set up, I remember I talked a little bit at the end of that Squishmallow ASMR on Thursday that I wanted to get the new microphone set up. Just because, like, the other microphone, I feel like it was nice, but the problem I was noticing when I listened back on gameplay, so we're going to see how the Final Fantasy episode later this afternoon sounds with this Blue Yeti as compared to the other thing that I had. I just feel like it sounds very tinny and doesn't sound like me, especially when I do more, like, emotional speaking. Like, if, you know, it's like, depending on what's going on, sometimes it's crazy in the game. And I feel like my voice sounds really weird. It doesn't sound like me, especially if I'm laughing. Like, the reaction to the Kakyoin Cherry and Turnip Boy sounded horrible. I'm like, that sounds horrible. I guess just because I was speaking into the microphone louder, and when I do the gameplay, I'm up close. So I was like, it's time to upgrade. So my mom pointed out, she's like, yo, this microphone's on sale at Target. The Blue Yeti was like $30 off. And I was like, okay, cool. That's cool. Because the reason that we had the other microphone is Bossman found like what was considered a budget alternative to the Blue Yeti. Because when we were first looking to upgrade the microphone and trying all the different options, and then Bossman's like, fine, everything else sucks, let's just get a real microphone. That was back when everyone was work from home, conference calls, and all kinds of stuff. The Blue Yetis were out of stock everywhere. They were like close to $300 if you could find one. So he's like, yeah, no. So I was surprised. I was like, oh, Blue Yetis only retail like $130? That's a lot cheaper than I thought they were. Just because I originally thought like the $250, $300 price was like the actual price. And it's like, no, that was just the supply and demand price if you could find one. Just like how the graphics cards are still expensive. But you guys seem to really enjoy that Star Wars Skywalker Saga Lego. So I did adjust the settings. I was able to lower it. I haven't had the chance to actually try it out yet to see if that looks okay. Now, I might not have to get the graphics card, but I also feel like for improvement of the experience, because I will admit, I am completely shocked as to why last week's gameplay episodes have so many views. Like right now, Kermit Joe the Musical is at like 2.2 thousand. The Lego's at like 1,500. And I'm just looking, I'm like, all the other Final Fantasy episodes have like sub 300 views. Most of them in the 1 to 200 range. And I'm just like, alright, y'all are really enjoying this. Things are picking up speed here, and I guess y'all just really like Lego, so need to figure out how to make Lego videos not look abysmal. Because when I was getting that set up to try and record, I was noticing it was like weirdly laggy, and I had to like restart and boot it up and all kinds of stuff a few times, and then I was like, alright, this looks okay. But I noticed in the footage, like, it was for me very, very jerky in-game, and I was like, this doesn't seem right. And I was like, maybe it's just me and my issue with Legos, but I felt like it shouldn't have been that jerky. And apparently it's just the PC can't handle it. And then also, I guess it was just a little bit too much. I noticed it was laggy in game for me, but it was extra laggy on the playback footage. So I was like, all right, something here has gotta figure something out. I don't want to record more Lego until it looks better. You know what I mean? I don't want to put out content that looks bad. You know, I want someone to be like, oh, finally, someone's playing Skywalker Saga, and they click on it, and it's just like, this is unwatchable. Like, to me, it was hard to play, and then I'm surprised so many people watched it. But I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. The Lego games are fun. It's just ever since I was a little kid, I don't know, something about Lego games just makes me not feel good. I have a personal time limit for how long I can play. This past weekend, it was only 30 minutes. I'm used to it being like 2 hours-ish before I'm like, I can't do this anymore, but I think it was too jerky. I couldn't do it. But because I don't want to wait till I feel like extra bad, because I was still feeling a little, I don't want to say loopy or nauseous, but like I could tell if I kept going, I would have been really bad. It reminds me of like, I don't know, like the physical effects of a migraine without actually having my head hurt is how the Lego game made me feel. If I feel like that makes no sense. Oh, what is that? I have something outside my nose. On this side. What is it? Looks like a pimple. I'm not going to cover up because that's right where my little glasses foot's going to cover it up anyways. So, value. But I didn't do this part. And yeah, it's like I forgot something. So I was gonna test out some more stuff with the Legos. And then the other day I decided, let me just make a new TikTok video instead. Which also has a lot of views. I mean, I've heard the TikTok algorithm's insane, and I was like, is it though? And it's like, well, seeing as I have like 1,500 views on this Squishmallow screaming, I guess, but we'll see. But so I want to figure out those issues. I don't know if more people are tuning into Final Fantasy just because it's picking up at like a really good part. Not sure if it's just because I said I sing in Kermit voice, lots of people tuned in for that, or perhaps it's just organic growth. I don't know. But I was very shocked to see last weekend's videos doing so well. So I am going to be recording later today the Final Fantasy. I mean, I'm really excited. The plot is thickening a lot. Curious to see what's going to happen. We got to rescue Garnet. We just did, and she's passed out. And then we got to escape Alexandria. So that's what's going on. That's where we left off last episode. So for you guys, that video should be up at about 2:45. This is our normal upload time, 12:45. Then I stagger them. So ALLYCHAT weekends, it is a little bit later upload, but so I was surprised with that. But new viewers who joined from Final Fantasy, welcome, welcome. That's just the weekly upload. But just because it takes so long, that's one thing I learned at the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles takeover is I'd never been so exhausted in my life. So who knows? Maybe. I mean, I don't expect it, but perhaps losing TCG would give me more time in general. I think that time is just going to be filled with other stuff, so I don't want to say, oh, I'll have more time for gameplay content, but I don't know. You never know. But let me go ahead and bump up speed here. I still need to bring in my little tiny screwdriver to clean Tiny Fan here. A little dusty. But I was worried it'd be a pain to set up the microphone, but I unplugged the old one, I put it in, it still had my Voxengo GEQ thing set up, and like the different voice filters for the bright tone. Just because you have to put on like different settings for the microphone to sound like human. So far from what I've heard, it seems good. I mean, I'll have to try it out with the gameplay, see how it goes. So I ordered like a little fuzzy cap thing for like a wind condenser. It was like $6 on Amazon. I had other stuff I had to order on Amazon too, so I was like, let me just order it. So that'll be here. So if it sounds a little bit weird this weekend, that hopefully will get fixed for next week. But because I only got this the other day, I didn't think to order this stuff right away, but it wouldn't have been here anyways. What am I gonna do for my cheeks? I still have my busted up Lancome, which I honestly forgot existed. I'm gonna leave it out over there so I remember to use it, and I just haven't used it. I haven't used it, I don't think, since the last ALLYCHAT was recorded, so it's been 2 weeks. But I feel like this look is fine for extra pink, just because it has the flowers in the t-shirt. Otherwise, I like the other color I feel like that looks more natural for me, whereas this one's like extra rosy and looks a little weird. It could just be I'm used to the other one. But pink nose. Alright, and then what else do I need? I've been actually doing good about keeping a highlighter in my routine. Fenty Shady Biz. And then that's my, this one's Hustler Baby and Mean Money. Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo. We'll go. I always use the extra shiny one. I don't know what it is. I don't like shiny in terms of like the dewy foundation. I love super matte foundation just because I feel like it makes me look oily, but shiny in the context of like highlighters and eyeshadow and stuff to me is different. Even though it does provide shine, I can't stand dewy. Is the dewy trend over yet? It was still in full force last time I was looking at a lot of makeup content, but I don't know. Just oily skin in Florida, I see dewy, I get triggered. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you want to look like that? That's horrible. That's just a me problem. I still have my little tiny one of this that has the giant pan hole in it. I don't really use it because I feel like, oh, I get a better application when it's actually on all parts of the brush. But I haven't thrown it away yet because I feel like it's wasteful. I will admit, I do use it on like Tuesdays. The days we don't get notifications for videos, because I'm like, if I don't look like 110%, it's fine. Because those videos don't really get watched anyways. So I'm like, I'll get it. I'll get that done until it's actually unusable. But for real videos and live streams, I use the big one. I know, I'm a mess. Oh, no. I am a mess. I just ran my finger across the pan. Alright. Lock that down. Yes! Alright, so that does finish most of the look. Do I want to put on lip gloss, is the question. Do I want to put on lip gloss? I guess. I have so many lip glosses, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy any more lip gloss, and then I just bought the 3 lip glosses Winnie the Pooh yesterday. But I've been trying to use them, I'm like, just because I have so many. I've also been using a lot more of my, like, ancient Bath & Body Works perfume stuff. Just because eventually, whenever, never in this housing market, but eventually I get my own place, I don't want to lug. It's like, I like it, but, like, not enough to, like, take it with me, so I've been trying to use a lot of it so I don't have to lug a bunch of, like, kind of junky makeup. Like, I have a lot. I don't use lipstick, I need to start, but I have a lot of lipsticks. Especially, like, really old, like, drugstore lipstick, where it's like, this isn't even great lipstick. And I have so much of it, because that's, you know, when I first started getting the makeup, I was like middle school. I was like, oh, let me buy, lipsticks on sale at CVS, let me get some crazy colors, yes. And then just never use it, now I still have it. I'm like, I won't throw it away, that's wasteful. Even though, yes, I know makeup has an expiration date. Nothing bad has happened just quite yet, that means it's fine, right? But I'm gonna drink some water. And I'll feel more inclined to put lip products on once I've quenched my thirst. I like how my eyeshadow also matches the water bottle. Alright. This one here is almost done, which is good. Bare Minerals. But I've just been trying to work through. Every so often I bring a clump of lip gloss and stuff to work so that I can use it. Like when this one started getting low, then I brought this one. Which these aren't drugstore ones, these are fancier, but like it's still just lip gloss. Like I have too much of it. So I had a self-imposed ban to not buy more. And then, like I said, Winnie the Pooh collection came out with lip glosses. I need it! So, I love Winnie the Pooh, I need it! But I have a pile here. I've been trying to work through. Eventually, I'll work through all the stuff that I have. But I do have way too many lipsticks. I don't know. I just don't like, I don't like using them. I like the way they look, but I don't like using them. It's weird. Let me take my hair out. Let me see, what am I going to do with my hair today? I'll just leave it in this. I'm just so used to seeing my hair pulled back that having it down doesn't look right to me. I think this is fine though. I'll probably like mess with it a little bit. But I think in terms of what is going on in this episode, I think that actually does it. So, I do like the High Tide palette. Not as much fallout as I expected. It did have a lot of dust as I was using it, so I was expecting worse, but really nice. I mean, good. This was like $12. I will say one thing is I feel like it does travel a lot. I feel like that's something I noticed with the Winnie the Pooh as well, or not Winnie the Pooh, with the Grogu as well. Could just be that my application isn't the cleanest, which I know that happens to be the case anyways, but I feel like it does inch up towards my brow bone. Like, after I put it on, I feel like it creeps up. I'm not sure if it's just, like, the powder is not, like, fully affixed to my face and it just, or what. I cleaned it up, though. As long as I notice it, I can clean it, but sometimes I feel like it just gets, but it also wearing glasses, it's not as noticeable anyways, because this whole area is kind of blocked off by my frames. But it is really cute though. Really like the colors. Definitely would recommend it. Like I said, it was like $12. Really cute colors. So, not sure how often the average person would be using like seafoam green and like blues and like shiny metallic watercolors, but for me, I like it. So, that was a win. Didn't get to try out my new brushes because I didn't need to. I had clean brushes in here. Overall, I think this look is cute. Still not sure what I'm going to do with my hair 100%, but you guys will know what I've done with my hair prior to seeing this video because this is recorded on Friday. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll all see together shortly. In the past for you guys, and the slight future for me. But with that, that does wrap off this episode of Alley Chat here. If you guys have suggestions for my hair, like, do you like the headband look? Do you want, like, a different kind of headbands? Do you say, Allie, just yellow it with the ponytail and just keep decreasing your hairline? Or, Allie, you should get, like, eyebrow pencil and fill in right here? Anything? You guys have any ideas? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're not yet part of the Allie's Treasure Trove family, I'd love for you to join me here. I know the Alley Chats are a little odd, but one of the many styles of content here on the channel. So if you want to see more of these are bi-weekly. Make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And of course, if you had fun today, I mean, this was fun for me. Talked about the new microphone in case you guys are wondering, like, if the sound is a little off, sounds better, sounds worse, no change at all. Maybe not any change for the videos like this just because it's the same distance away, but I'm curious, I'm really curious later on the gameplay how that's going to sound. Any other comments from me? Go ahead and leave those down below. But, of course, really hope that you guys had fun. So if you did, smack that like button. And yeah, I feel like this just keeps inching back. I was having this problem on Wednesday with the Streets of New Capenna recordings. Is like during the actual videos, I could feel the headband sliding. So, I don't know. I don't know if I should, like, clip it down or what. But it should be okay. It should be okay. I just chipped my nail. Interesting. Interesting. I somehow chipped my nail on the headband. But before I guess I destroy myself even further, I should go ahead and wrap things up here. So, before I finish this video, I do have to give an extra special shout out to all of my patrons over on Patreon. Thank you so much, you all, for going above and beyond with your supports. I really, truly do appreciate it. Can't believe it, but we do have 10 gemstone miners. Andon, Bounty Hunter Breaks, Jack Perez, Keith Muna, Mako, Marcel Mardini, Rees, Stephen Olivo, Stephen Bly, and TJ Christensen. Also do have one crystal collector, Mr. Sean F. Mr. Sean F just hanging out there in the crystal collector section by himself. I'm wondering, I might... As we continue to phase out the treasure hunters, I might switch them so that each level has their own outro screen, like on the Over on the Titan Cards channel. Used to be a lot less patrons. They used to all, when I had 5 categories, they used to all fit on one screen, and now it just keeps growing, and I'm not sure how I should reset that. So I might change it over. Let me know your guys' ideas on that in the comments down below as well. But yes, thank you so much to all of my patrons, whether you're on a tier in which I say your name at the end of every video or not. Really, truly do appreciate your guys' above and beyond supports. But with that wraps off the Alley Chat. Like I said, keep your guys' eyes peeled later this afternoon for that new episode of Final Fantasy. I'm really excited and really curious to see how this new microphone's going to perform. Hopefully, because I don't have the fuzzy thing, hopefully it's good. I don't know if there's any way I can clip the pop filter. I might have to... dye it to something else, and then we'll see. I can't hold it because I'm holding the controller, like how I was holding it for the first few episodes of the Grey Ace Attorney Chronicles. We'll see. I'll figure that out later. We'll figure that out later. That's a job for Al in a few hours. I got other stuff to record. But with that does it here for this episode. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care, stay safe, and I hope you'll join me in the next one as we unearth some more treasures here on Allie's Treasure Trove. Bye!